Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back to day two. My voice is a little bit because I woke up like an hour ago and I didn't speak yet. So my voice will warm up. So for day two, YouTube announced starting in August 2024. What am I talking about? That's not what I'm saying. On the 24th of August, I'm not awake. YouTube announced something new. Okay. Um, if someone clicks your video for even half a second, it counts as a view, but it doesn't give you watch hour unless they stay. And I wanted to talk about it today. That's not what was planned. So I did put some note here because I didn't understand it myself. I had to check with our friend AI to understand what it means actually. And for me, it's just another, it's a vanity metric. I think YouTube is trying to calm us down. So we're going to see more views count, I guess, on our channels, but it doesn't mean that it's going to give us more watch hour, right? So I think that they felt how people were so stressed out and angry at the new change. So they added something, a little nugget there. Um, make us think that we're gonna have more views, but that's not really the case. I don't think we should confuse ourselves with this new rule. Okay, for small creator, I don't think it changed anything for us really. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm gonna link it in the description later today, the video that YouTube did. And so you don't get confused and think that it changed something for us, for the goal that we have. The view still, the views that count is when people really connect to the content that you create and they stay. So when I saw that, I was like, yay. And then I went to read it. I'm like, oh, please, no, that's not a real rule there. But maybe for our, I don't know, we will see more views. Instead of 20 views you may see 50 view, 100 views, but it doesn't mean anything because now even for a fraction of second it will count as a view. So technically you have more views but not necessarily a lot of watch hour, because some people may just click on your video and click out straight away, and that will count as a view. Do you remember that before people needed to stay, I think, 30 seconds? Don't count me on that, okay? Do your own research for it to count as a view. Now anyone who even by mistake get on your channel, okay, and then see get on your channel, it will count as a view anyway. So I wanted to share that with you, and I wanted to talk to you about that. What do you think about this change? And you know does that change something to your goal today? If you are like me on that race to monetization um before February 1st, uh is that new rule change for you? Anyway, I didn't even say good morning, guys. So I'm happy to be here for day two. Yesterday we had a honest conversation, right, about the race to monetization and how we're not giving up, and we will do what we can to um, get there, okay, to get to those 4,000 watch hour. So um, let me just quickly have a sip of my cold coffee because it's so hot here in the UK. So just give me a second because it will clear my voice to drink something. Right. Okay. So just quickly, in case you haven't read it, I just want to explain a little bit. I wrote something here. So, what's actually happening is that previously the long form videos needed someone to watch for a certain duration before it counts as a view. I think for me it was 30 seconds. That's what I remember, but I didn't check that. Now YouTube is applying the shorts model everywhere. Long form podcast live streams. The second a video plays from the very first frame, like second, okay, it counts as a public view. So this will be something that may confuse us or make us believe that we're doing better than we actually are. I think I like the fact that they needed 30 seconds to count as a view, because now it's not even a second, it's a fraction of second. Sorry, dried lips in the morning. Um, Now even for a fraction of second is going to count as a public view. I think that is tricky, and because it may make us feel that we're doing something good and that people are more watching our content, but it's not the truth. I think we need to be more um, invested in checking the analytics, in the sense where we need to make sure that see how it affects really the watch hours, right? Not just look at the matrix, because before you may be sitting, your video maybe used to have only 30 view, 50 views like mine, right? And then suddenly you see that all your videos are around 50 views, and you may get excited about it, and but check further, go check your analytics better to really understand how this is affecting your watch hour. It's very important. I didn't mean to have that subject today, but I think it's very important to talk about as we are on that goal, to the race to monetization. You need to understand that to make sure that you don't get sidetracked by that fake news that YouTube just I mean, it's not fake news, right? It's a new rule that YouTube put on, but for me, I'm not betting on that at all. And I will pay more attention to my analytics, because that can definitely sidetrack me. So our view may jump, okay? So don't be surprised if your view suddenly rise, okay? After August the 24th, it's not now. It's I mean, in a few days, right? Um, it's yeah, just be aware of that, okay? That you may have more views, but it doesn't mean that your watch hour are growing as well if people are only saying for 1 second or two, okay? So, but the engaged views, okay, are what really separate the matrix, guys. I'm reading this one because it was difficult for me to understand, so I wrote, YouTube is keeping a separate metric in studio called engaged view. This measures people who are actually staying past the initial seconds and truly watched your content. And that's what is going to count really as a view. So, guys, yeah, does this help to get monetized? No. Okay. The honest truth is that we need to understand as small creator that it does not give you free watch hours. Okay. It's not going to help you get to monetization. You still have to be uh, engaged with your audience. You still have to create videos that help us to, how do you say that? That help us to have people watch longer the video. Okay. So we still need to create value that people want to watch. Okay. So, and yeah, guys, that's all. That's really what this live was about. I just wanted to really explain that to you. I had planned something else, but when I saw that rule, I'm like, okay, let me talk about this one, because many people may not be uh aware of it, and at least that will help us to really understand that we should not fall into that vanity trap, because I think it is. Okay, it's something that's gonna calm every small creator to see their uh, views count rose suddenly, but it doesn't change anything at all. So we keep the game plan, okay, that we had, and we don't change anything. We stick to our game plan. Yesterday, I spoke about going live every day, and I'm doing it. This is day 2. Um, I spoke about repurposing old videos that don't get views anymore, because there's something that you have to remember about those old videos is that they don't get any views now because YouTube don't push them out. They're old videos, right? But when you repurpose them by re-uploading them as new with a new thumbnail, you have new eyes on your channel anyway. Because when you started, I guess you may had only I don't know, low, you didn't have a lot of subscribers, right? So less people were watching your videos, and your channel was not well referenced than it is, a year or a few months later. So I think it is still worth doing it. It help us to have enough content on the channel without burning out. So this is my strategy anyway, to make sure that I'm still consistent, and I'm planning to repurpose as many video as I can, and then schedule them until the end of the year to make sure that I have enough content sitting on my channel, because life happen, right? We cannot be sitting here and creating videos every day. And this is why I think going live is easy. Not that it's easy, but it's something that you don't have to, edit. You can just sit here, roll off the bed like I did, just checking that, my eyes are okay, and put a t-shirt on, and then you can record, and that's something that you have done for the day, at least to keep your channel, the momentum of your channel going, right? So that's all I had really to share today, guys. I don't have anything else to add, and unless you have any question. I see one person sitting there. Hi. And anyone in the replay, I'm just quickly checking to see if there's anything else that I wanted to share. My goal here, guys, for these 90 days is not to sit here to talk about nothing. I wish, I could do that. I had my little script here, right? Of the thing that I wanted to share, simply because it's a new role, and I needed to make sure that I understand it to be able to relay it properly. But as I spoke yesterday about that new thing that I want to do, I want to stop using AI. Right now, once I've talked about this, I I don't have any more scripted information to give you. I want to be comfortable about just talking about any subject without relying on AI. I think this is going to be one of the game changer on YouTube. I've looked at a lady yesterday, guys. If I find the channel, I'm gonna link it. And her video, she did a video talking about the change of the watch hours. The fact that we now need 8,000. A video was raw. A thumbnail was just her, like, just a frame, click, that's it. And then she was just putting 8,000 and 4,000. I mean, it was the simplest video ever. A video reached 15,000 view, I think more today. And now she was crying about not being monetized and that new rule. And that video pushed her to monetization. And she did another video yesterday that was already at thousands of views. So this is where I want to go, is really being comfortable on the camera. My friend Dora does it very well. She's herself. She put on the camera, no prep. For me, I was like stressing this morning, even coming to sit here. Okay. Um uh, I needed to, what am I going to say? Blah 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 blah. Because we've been relying so much in AI to script what we're gonna say, that we cannot talk anymore. And that's me. And that is why, sorry, right now I'm forcing myself to continue talking, although whatever I needed to share, I've done it already, just to get into the practice to trust my own brain. Okay, to trust that I'm able to talk about the thing that I need to talk about without having AI there to script or to help me phrase it properly. Because if we're talking about authenticity, you know, as human, we're making mistakes. We don't talk. Yeah, I mean, unless you're a journalist or whatever, even they make mistakes, right? So I think we need to go back to being really honest. And I'm preparing to. I told you yesterday, I'm gonna create, I think, a community post. Check it later on. My friend and I, Kimberly Gibson on YouTube, she's also on that race. We're going to do the no edit challenge on YouTube in November. Forgive me, in November. And if you are a small creator, okay, on the replay right now, and if you came to that point, 15 minutes past to, and if you are in that race to get monetized, join us in that 90 sorry that no edit challenge in November. We did it. I don't know if it's last year or the year before. Um I will put the playlist at the end of this live. I have to remember to do that. I have to put the playlist at the end of this live to make sure that you can check it out, see how we did. We didn't do any thumbnail. We just, the goal, the rule were we just put our camera on. We chose a subject that we wanted to talk about. We could research the subject before if we needed to. But the rule was when you come on camera, you're just talking. It's okay to write your bullet point yourself, but not rely on AI at all, and just talk to the camera. Trust your gut. Trust that you are able to trust your knowledge, right? We saw, like, my kid were telling me at the very beginning of AI, it's like, mommy, you're gonna lose your brain and you won't be able to count. It's true. Today, even for 1 plus 1, I need to check for the AI, to know what's the answer is. I want to move past that. I want to even change my thumbnail or no thumbnail at all, and just trust that what I know is good enough and have that practice. So join me. And if you are planning to do it, as I know November, it looks like it's away, right? September, October, November, but at least it gives us enough time to uh what do you- enough time to plan what we're going to be talking about, because it's posting every day for 30 days. My goal is to talk for maximum 10 minutes. It's between 8 and 10 minutes. That's it. I'd not do a long video, otherwise it will be rambling. And doing these lives for 30 days or so, for 90 days, did I say 90 days? For 90 days will as and the trois will as well help me to start talking, without relying on AI. So I hope you will join me on that. I will prepare a post today. Check my community tab for the rules. And if you want to join, guys, say count me in under this live, or if you're watching it under this live or on the community tab, because then I will add your channel. And when we start the no edit challenge, we will support each other. That's what we were doing. We were a group, and that helped us grow. Okay. And we also going to do the what's the name? Christmas Vlogmas. Okay. Because Vlogmas is, the good thing with Vlogmas is that people expect to see a video every day. And there's a friend who told me, actually, Angela, in here, Out with Angela, who told me yesterday, Jays, don't believe in what people say that your audience is going to be bored if you post every day. That's not true. If you're available to watch the video, you watch it. If you're not available, you don't watch it. The people, and because we want to broaden, our audience, you want your audience to grow. You don't want only the same people, right? It's okay. The same people that come and watch you all the time. Thank you. Okay. Thank you for helping and supporting the channel. However, we also want to broaden the people, the audience, right? This is how your channel is gonna grow. So it's okay to post daily, because that channel, I know I'm saying something different to what I said yesterday. Okay, guys, we're testing. Okay, this is a project, so we're testing. My friend gave me a list of the people that she's watching that are posting daily, right? So for me, I choose to do a live because the live goes into, and that's what I didn't explain properly yesterday. I stopped the daily walking video so I can post my normal content, but I'm doing daily lives instead because they go on different the live has its own place where the video goes, and the and it doesn't affect your normal videos, your long form videos. So that's what we are doing, guys. Be constant on YouTube, whether it's for the short community post. It doesn't have to be just sitting on the front of the camera, but connect with your audience daily. Okay, grow your audience, bring meaningful information to your audience. And I read something else that was saying, don't try to teach something to people every day, right? Because today with AI and internet, people can just go Google it. They don't need your input. But I don't agree 100% with that, because at the end of the day, everybody have their own perspective. And often when you give an advice about something, it's based on your experience, you know. So yeah, well, that's day two done, guys. We'll see you tomorrow for day three, right? And I still don't know what I'm going to talk about, but this time, instead of waiting until the last second to prepare what I'm going to talk about, I will be, after this live now, I will write down a subject for tomorrow. But please, if you want to join, I'll create a playlist of the people that will join the the challenges. There's the November No Edit challenge. There's the Vlogmas. And if a group of us are together, linked together to support each other daily lives and etc., or and that's the other thing, by the way, and that's my challenge. The Vlogmas and the No Edit challenge, I don't have to create a long form. I can just do um alive, okay, and repurpose it as a long form. So I've seen, that's another strategy, guys. I've seen a lady doing this. I was amazed. Like, and it's allowed apparently on YouTube that she was actually filming live like now and then repurposing it as a long form. And I've seen she had maybe 900 views on the lives. Sorry. And then 1,000 views on the long form. So she doubled down on the number of views and watch hours that she was getting with the very same videos. So this is going to be my strategy for uh November No Edit challenge for Vlogmas. Okay. And I'm even thinking to maybe do um Vlogtober. Okay, Vlogtober, you have to, for the daily lives, for the daily video, guys, you have to jump on what's already happening on YouTube. There's some tradition on YouTube for you guys who have been on YouTube for a while. There's some tradition that happen on YouTube. Vlogtober is a thing where people vlog every day during October, which means people expect to see daily videos. Okay, so there's Vlogtober. The November is the No Edit challenge. That's not a YouTube tradition. It's my tradition for myself and my group of friends. We did it 1 or 2 years ago, and that was amazing. It was so refreshing to not rely on anything else but ourselves. We went on and we did the most silly things. Okay, we went on camera and start dancing. I have a video where I was singing so badly. I don't know if it's Tuna. Oh my goodness, Turner. Why do I forget her name? Oh my goodness. Why do I forget the name? Anyway, Tina Turner. Okay. A Tina Turner video because I can't sing. But we dare being bold. And this was the best moment on YouTube. for us. We had so much fun doing it. So, guys, join us on that. I'm already gathering a group of friends, and this helped us. This is even how I met Dora. With Dora, we did 30 days posting challenge, post everyday challenge. It was tough. We did it, but that's where we got together with a lot of friends. And yeah, anyway, all right, guys, thank you very much for your support. Thank you for you guys in the replay. And don't forget, count me in the comment, right? Count me in the comments. So I can add you in that playlist and send you the details to when we start the challenge. If we do Vlogtober, no edit challenge in November, and then Vlogmas. Guys, we need to do our best too. And if you want to make it easy for yourself, just do lives every day. Okay, lives every day are simple. You sit here and then you blab about whatever you want to talk about, and it gets easier the more you sit here and talk. I used to be like, okay, there's only one person watching, or even there's 0 person watching, because YouTube show you the little eye here, right? That tells you how many people are watching you. I felt really embarrassed and uh not embarrassed, what's the word, uh confused by this, right? Or suddenly somebody will drop and you have 0 watching. You're like, oh no, just talk. Okay, because this is a video anyway. It's like when you're recording by yourself your video and then you're posting it. It's the same thing. If there's somebody there watching and encouraging you, hey, and thank you, who's watching it there. And if not, it's okay. People always come in the replay, so it's still worth it to film, go live, sorry, even if nobody is watching, and you get used to it. It's day two, guys. 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes, 2 minutes before I came live, that's when I was like putting quickly notes of what I wanted to say about that new rule. So if you just came now, just to say quickly before I end, that new rule that YouTube changed today, please don't take it as if it's gonna change anything to the new goal plan. It doesn't. Okay, for me, that's just like, how do you say it? That's just like something to blind you, to distract you, and think that things are changing to the favor of a small creator or whatever. It doesn't. Okay, it doesn't. That's just gonna be a vanity metric from the 24th of August. You will see view increase, but your watch hour aren't going to increase. So please just bear that in mind, okay? Because that might sidetrack you and you may think, yay, I'm doing it. And then that's not the case, really, if the watch hour aren't really, growing as well. All right, guys. So I'm going to leave you here and start the day. Have a fantastic day, and we all in it. That race to the monetization project. Do it as easily and as we don't want to burn out, right? So let's do it as comfortable as we can. And I said, if you're doing lives as well, shout out underneath that video. I'll be happy to come and support you, whether in the replay or when you are live. Okay. Take care, guys, and see you tomorrow, 6 a.m. UK time. We're gonna say 6-ish, okay? Maybe 6, but I'm gonna be here at 6 a.m. talking about another topic. All right, take care. Bye now.